are. Why, thank you. I'm in my vintage prom dress, and as promised, I told you and Kurt that they had something for you too.
Good.
And there are some really great blazers here in the vintage section.
You know I love a blazer.
Exactly, I know you do, and especially when you need to wear something different every day in a job like ours, or hey, in life, it's really great to shop vintage because it's one of a kind and you have spectacular prices. How are you able to offer them at such reasonable prices?
I go to some interesting people and buy stuff.
We've been talking about the process in which you find all of your items, and it's a little unorthodox, some of it, but it makes sense. That's how you find the hidden gems.
Yes, exactly.
So you go to a guy who, scours all across Ontario finding these pieces, and then you buy big lump sums from him.
Exactly, yeah.
So I've got a vintage prom dress, and I've got to say your cape is pretty phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, where is this brooch from?
This is an Ottawa designer who's using some vintage and new stuff. I thought I'd just jazz up my cape a little bit.
Yeah, no, well, and it works, right? Why do you love vintage so much?
Vintage is just like really my heart. I love shopping for it. I love wearing it, and I think it's a really good way to reuse and wear something that's a little bit wild and crazy, but really fun.
For sure. Well, and it's all about being comfortable in what you're wearing.
Exactly.
Right? So I find sometimes when I wear pieces that are a little bit more out there, but I'm totally okay with it, that's when you get the most compliments because people are like, wow.
Exactly, yeah.
I haven't seen something like that before. Okay.
Exactly.
Let's talk about your bracelet. You have this on every time that I see you. Does this even come off your hand at this point?
No. It's here to stay. I've had it on for 6 years, and it's actually a conch shell. That the top has been cut out of, and it's from Tibet.
And before you, it was on the wrist of a different woman for years and years and years.
Yeah, that's involved in my programs, and then she gave it, her family gave it to me. So
throughout the morning, we have been looking at clothes that are Canadian made. The phones are going crazy here, ringing off the hook for people who want to come down and check out Adorit. I get it. So you've got an entire section of the store that's Canadian made products. Things that are made in India. And then you've also got clothes that are designed here in Ottawa, but then are made in Tibet.
Yeah, made fair trade in Tibet and India. So the clothing is mainly from India, and then we do a lot of textiles and crafts from Tibet.
Here's an example of a textile. What would this be used for in Tibet?
So this, a thinner version of this would be used as a door in Tibet, and so we've changed it to make it, you can have it on your wall or as a table cover, and this is made by a co-op of deaf people in Lhasa.
Okay. And now you've got smaller versions as well that are actually pillow covers?
Yeah, these are pillow covers. This one is made when Tibetan women get married. They wear aprons, and we've changed the apron into a pillow cover.
So why are you taking things that are original for them and kind of altering them a bit?
I think it's just a nice way to kind of twist things a little bit and make them more marketable here in Canada. And it's just a nice way for Tibetans to kind of explore their own culture and share their culture and their traditional ways of life with people here. So.
And how many people did you say you've got employed now in Tibet?
We employ 120 people in 3 villages, so it's pretty successful.
Emma, thank you very much for having us this morning.
Thanks for coming.
I highly recommend coming down and checking out the shop here at 153 York Street. You'll have a ton of fun just visiting with Emma and the ladies that work here, and of course trying on all of the fantastic clothing.